directly kwa counties. Bwana Speaker, hizi pesa zikija kwa kaunti zetu zitakuwa na nafasi ya kusaidia wananchi wetu wapate kujenga nyumba vile inavyostahili kutokana na kule ambako wanatoka.
Your time is up, Senator Mugatana. I've got 2 points of orders. I'll start with the point of order by Dr. Lengwe, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to move the following motion that pursuant to Standing Order 34-4A, the Senate extends its sitting until conclusion of business. Until conclusion of Order 13. I call upon the Majority Whip, Dr. Khalwale, to second.
Proceed, Senator, to second. Honorable Senators, I propose the question that pursuant to Standing Order 34-4A, the Senate extends its sitting until the conclusion of business of Order number 13, the Standing Order. No, my dashboard is
So this standing order,
yes.
you need to dispose of that. It should just be done before that. That means before.
Order members, order members, order members, order members, order, honorable members. Members, this is a motion that has been pursuant to Standing Order 34-4, and under Standing Order 34-5, this motion is supposed to be dispensed with 30 minutes before the time, and we have got 2 minutes within which to dispense with that motion. So, honorable members, I now propose the question that pursuant to Standing Order 34-4A, the Senate extends its sitting until the conclusion of Order number 13. Honorable members may, of that opinion, say aye. Aye. May of those. Order members. Order members. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Senator Sifuna, order, please. Senator Sifuna, order. Senator Sifuna, order. Order, members. Order, members. Order, order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Order, order, Senator Eddy. Honorable members, I now propose the question that the Senate extends its sitting until the conclusion of Order number 13. Honorable members, I proceed to put the question that the Senate extends its sitting until the conclusion of Order number 13. Order, 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 members, order, members, order, members, honorable members, order, please. I proceed to ask, will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, we will now proceed with the debate on the contribution to the bill, and I'll ask Senator Okoiti Andrew Omtata Senator Omtata, proceed your contribution.
Mr. Speaker, sir, protect me from the
Honourable members,
excited
members. Senator Mundigi, resume your seat. Senator Kinyua, please resume your seat. Honourable members, can the senator be heard in silence? Proceed, Senator Koiti.
I have lost some time. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'll begin by saying that the Kenya Kwanza side seems to have made unconstitutional promises to the people of Kenya. From what I've been saying, that they are premising this thing on their manifesto. Number two, I would like also to inform them that I'm not part of the Azimio. There's a third side, I'm an independent voice. I'm not part of Azimio, so I did not have anything on affordable housing. Point number three, there was a decision of the court, and this bill has not addressed it at all. Questions of discrimination are still there. Questions of violating the Constitution are still there. And discrimination in the nature that there's a mandatory requirement on salaried employees to contribute, but a voluntary requirement on other people, or a voluntary opportunity for others to contribute. There's no universal application of the law. Also, the court clarified between policy and implementation, but looks like the National Assembly and the executive have taken upon themselves the implementation role, which is supposed to be vested in the counties. Number three, the Constitution requires access to housing. Affordable housing does not prescribe ownership of affordable housing. And all over the world, the state is always required to provide access, not ownership to housing. So where the Kenyan government is getting the impression that it can expand the Constitution or the Parliament, I don't know. Access cannot be read to mean ownership. So the entire act violates Article 43, Clause 1, Clause B, upon which it purports to be anchored. Article, it's also an arbitrary denial of arbitrary deprivation of property from the salaried employees to demand that they should part with salaries in a forcible fund. It's a mechanism of forcing people into associations contrary to the Constitution. This thing is unconstitutional, and it will remain unconstitutional whatever color it takes, whatever shape it takes, whatever test it takes. It's unconstitutional. And finally, it's most unfortunate that we are debating an important bill and members are given only 4 minutes. It is not possible to give your ideas, to ventilate this bill in 4 minutes. If we are extending the time to a point when we are doing that, why are we giving ourselves 4 minutes? Why are we muscling? Why are we gagging people who would like to ventilate the bill? So I would like that to go on record that it was a wrong thing to do, to gag members by limiting the time by which they can debate. And I also support Senator for Isiolo, for Garissa, who said that the bill violates the principles of Islamic religion, which are specifically exempted under the Constitution when making bills. Thank you very much.
Senator Gloria Uroba.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to proudly support the affordable housing, Mr. Speaker, and not just because it creates jobs for the youth. Not just because it creates jobs, Mr. Speaker. I want to support this because it is what Kenya needs, Mr. Speaker. And by the way, we need to be alive to the fact that change is inevitable. Senators from the opposition need to understand that an election was won based on promises that were given to Kenyans. One of the promises being affordable housing. Mr. Speaker, and I have even heard Senator Ledama try to explain how we should not do housing because ABCD. And when I was listening to him, I was wondering, these senior members of this house must understand the difference between social housing and affordable housing. Mr. Speaker. We are not talking about social housing. Whatever Senator Ledama was trying to talk about was social housing. And Mr. Speaker, when the Kenya Kwanza government is done with affordable housing successfully, then we are going to move now to deal with the issue of social housing, because even that is necessary. So, Mr. Speaker, as I support this affordable housing bill, I must say again and again and again, change is inevitable and development will be brought to Kenya by force, by fire. And if there is anybody who is going to ensure that this country moves to where it needs to go, Mr. Speaker, I want to tell every member in this house that it is His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, because he is the commander-in-chief. And I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, today being we are from the Women Caucus, Mr. Speaker. I can tell you that the men who are opposing this affordable housing, half the time they are not even at home. They do not understand the deplorable houses that they are living, all the women who they have children with out there, Mr. Speaker. As a woman who is here in this house, Mr. Speaker, we want to live in conditions that are befitting for us women. So we are tired of living in the slums, and we are tired of you people just sending your baby mamas left, right, and center and coming to the house to fight affordable housing. Mr. Speaker, the president has the interests of all women at heart, and this is why when I support this bill, I want to say that I'll be at the front of that list to ensure that women are being prioritized, those women in the slums, those women who do not have any form of dignified living, Mr. Speaker. So I support this bill, and I urge Senator Ledama to go and read the difference between social housing and affordable housing. Thank you.
Senator Okech Eddie.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for this time, and I think that I want to take this time to speak to the people who sent me to this house. And the great people of Migori. The people of Migori, I want to report to you that in the National Assembly, 2 MPs of Kenya Kwanza, just in this past weekend, went to their villages and chased KRA officials away, opposing a bill on taxation and finance bill that they so much championed for. And I'm telling the people of Migori that I'm in a Senate today that I can see the same trend of people standing to support what is wrong. And I can assure the people of Migori that I want to stand with you, telling you that the way the structure of this bill is, I cannot support it. More importantly, the way the debate around this bill is being rushed in this house, the way it is being forced in the throat of you, the people of Kenya today in this house, we are being given 4 minutes to be able to discuss this bill. We have been forced to extend the house without participating in the conversation about that particular motion, the people of Migori. I am telling you that this is why, even during Moi days, the repealing of Section 2A came about. We are going to the dictatorial times of Moi, and it's not only happening at the national level, it's also happening in the house that you send me to. And I can assure you that there are ways of dealing with this matter. I don't support this housing bill.
What is
and in the protest of how the speakers today ran this particular house towards this discussion, I am going to walk out of this house in protest. I'm going to walk out of this house in protest.
The chair is
of how the chair has treated us in this house.
Senator Eddie, resume your seat. What's your point of intervention, Senator Abdul?
Mr. Speaker, sir, can the senator stop misleading this house and the public and tell him to substantiate on who exactly forced who?
Ruto forced us.
Where is Ruto here? Is Ruto in this house?
Senator Eddie.
If senators have decided that the debate is going to be 4 minutes and we're going to extend the house, who is forcing who? It's
That-
the
that's
senators who've
Senator Edi.
decided.
Mr. Speaker, the president of this country, President William Ruto, where he sits, he knows that I've got nothing against him. But he believes in what I believe in, that as a president, he will come and go. We as politicians will come and go. And when all this thing is done, it is our children. It is our children who will be able to live with the consequences of bad laws that we are making. The person who is saying that tutawacha manyumba, Mr. Speaker, the person who is saying that tutawacha manyumba, Mr. Speaker, is somebody who is enjoying serious mortgage, is somebody who is enjoying serious mortgage, and he knows very well that this particular proposal that we are having here is people in Embu are staying in villages. The president is proposing that the houses that are being made are made in Nairobi, not villages, where his people are living in thatched houses, where his people are living
Mr. Edi, do you want to be informed?
Mr. Speaker, can you protect me? My time is
Do
still
you want
here.
to be informed?
Mr. Speaker, may you protect me?
Order, Senator
Mr.
Abbas.
Speaker.
Your time is up, Senator Edi. You are protected, Senator Edi, but your time, unfortunately, is up. Resume your seat. Resume your seat, Senator Edi. Order, Senator Karungu. Order, please. Order, honorable members. Let us give an opportunity to members who've been given the time to speak. Senator Mundigi.
Asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa ruhusa niweze kuchangia mambo ya kujenga manyumba, na ningetaka kusema kama kuna watu hawai kukataa mambo ya manyumba ni Senator Okechi na pia Senator Landama, kwa sababu mwaka 2005 nilikuwa huko Kisii, pahali inaitwa Gogo, pahali na Migori, pahali hakuna chochote. Kwa hivyo ningeomba kama serikali ya Kenya Kwanza, kitu ya kwanza ile kaunti ya Kisii nyumba ingeanza huko, kwa sababu hakuna tofauti sana kubwa sana ya Embu na Kisii. Na ninakumbuka vizuri mambo ya manyumba, watu 150 wameajiriwa, ni vijana wetu, ni wachana wetu, wengine ni watu wa kujenga, wengine ni watu wa stima, wengine ni wa kusafisha. Kwa hivyo saa hii hata hakuna ukora vijijini na kila kona zote. Kwa hiyo naunga mkono kaunti zote zile zinaendelea kujenga manyumba, kwa sababu kaunti nyingi najua saa hii mijengo inaendelea ni nyumba karibu 2,000. Hiyo ingine naunga mkono kwa serikali ya Kenya Kwanza kwa ile kazi inafanya, na inaomba iendelee hivyo kwa kipindi ya miaka ile itakuwako miaka 5 na ingine miaka ile ingine miaka 10. Kwa serikali ya Kenya Kwanza itapitisha hiyo mambo ya kujenga manyumba iende katika sub county, ndio mambo ya economy iweze kupandika katika county zetu. Nataka kuambia Senate ya Kenya, wale watu wote wako hapa, watu wengi tumetembea, kama mimi nimeenda Colorado, nimeenda North Carolina, nimeenda Dubai. Ile mambo nimeona huko haikuanza saa hii, ilianza na mambo mengi. Kwa sababu nakumbuka hata ukienda kule mambo watu wanarimika mambo ya gari, vile mtu analipa kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni shilingi 100. Kule unalipa masaa 2 shilingi 200, na ikiisha hiyo masaa unaondoka. Kwa hivyo naomba serikali ya Kenya Kwanza, walio wengi na walio wachache, tuungane pamoja ndio tuweze kupitisha mambo ya kujenga manyumba, ndio tuweze kupandisha Kenya yetu juu ya economy recovery na kila mambo ingine. Kwa hivyo nataka kukosoa wale walio wachache, watuunge mkono serikali ya William Ruto na Rigathi Gachagua kwa hii kipindi ya miaka 5 na ingine miaka 5. Tutaendelea hivyo na tutawashinda, na mambo ya nyumba itakuwa inaonekana kila kona sote. Sio mambo ya manyumba peke yake, kuna mambo mengi inavaa serikali ya Kenya iweze kuangalia. Tumeona mambo ya fertilizer, mambo mingi tumeona. Kwa hivyo tuunge mkono serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Asante. Sisi watu wa Embu County, nikiwa nimesimama hapa ni Embu County imesimama. Ni mimi Senator wa Embu County Alexander Munyimondigi, Deputy Party Leader Democratic Kenya Kwanza. Asante Bwana Speaker, naunga mkono.
Order members, order members, order honorable members. Senator Sifuna.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, nothing surprises me anymore these days. I have listened quietly in shock as a classmate of mine at the University of Nairobi Law School misleads the House on the provisions of the fourth schedule of the Constitution of this country that very clearly, Mr. Speaker, distinguishes between housing policy that is a national government and housing itself, which is a devolved function. Mr. Speaker, there will be passionate representations from our colleagues from the majority, but I have lived long enough to see in the space of less than 6 months people arguing as passionately as I can see my colleagues in the majority arguing for a bill in the National Assembly, the finance bill, only for them to turn around and realize that what they were arguing very passionately for was something that was against the interest of their own people. We in the minority have objected to this bill, and I want to go on record as objecting to this bill on principle, because we believe that housing is a devolved function, and as a